today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Sanders toss left side. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On first down, Hurts. Step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On 1st and 10, Howell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go.
Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. Now looky there. He's getting close to 1,000. I'm sure he knows where he stands. I bet if the offensive line didn't know, he made sure they knew. I'm closing in, guys. Final week of the season.
You know who really informed the offensive line? The offensive line coach.
Okay.
Because it's a big deal for his unit as well to be able to say, hey, we escorted guys to 1,000 yards or more in a season, just like blocking for a 3,000-yard or 4,000-yard passer. So it's a lot of pride on the line, and his pride is paramount because he wants to be able to join that pantheon of guys that in the NFL ran for 1,000 yards or more in a season.
Pride on the line. I see what you did there.
You like that?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Jonathan Allen able to get him for a loss of about 3.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, the just winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Back to throw. Powell. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Looking to throw. Powell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On first down, Powell. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. A 10-play drive that time, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer. A blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamin Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and put him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it is 28-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts, he finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd down, Howell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Powell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you got to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
They'll try again, and he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it is 42-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get
Hurts fumbles it, and it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8. Hurts.
They'll roll it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
102 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Howell. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Howell. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down. Howell.
His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sly on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for Washington, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they were unable to find a second victory as they finish off a woeful and very tough 1-16 campaign. And you have to imagine that there will be some big-time house cleaning to do, possibly starting as early as tomorrow morning. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.